All right, there it is again, the theme song for Bringing the Heat with Alec and Pete. I'm your co-host Alec, and we got Pete,
What's going on, guys?
and we got two of my day ones, I'd like to call it today. One recurring guest and one new guest, my boy Matt and Ryan. What's up, boys?
What's good?
Not much, just chilling.
So yeah, we got do you guys want to do quick introductions maybe or not really? It doesn't matter.
They'll be on
Uh,
They'll
we
be on
got-
Fletch. I've already been here.
Yeah, but you could always do it twice.
That's true. I've got a lot to say.
I work over at UHS. Lived in Broome County my whole life. Knew A-Man for probably a little bit too long.
Mhm.
That's about it. That's a quick summary right there.
Same thing. I'm just living, I'm breathing, and I'm chilling. I'm also a Broome County resident, and I've known Alec way too long. Also true.
Anybody that's known Alec has known him for way too long. Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. I'm pretty excited. I just want to say sorry in advance for my voice. It doesn't sound too good right now.
Yeah. What's
I also
going on
haven't
there?
had sex in 8 weeks, so I think
Yeah.
that's kind of what's going on. I think it's I'm slowly dying due to
Yeah.
the no sex, and
Yep.
I'm good with it. It is destroying me low key, and my voice is gone because of it.
I hear that could be worse than COVID, the no sex thing. I don't know.
Oh, well,
There's-
you dealt with it for a year. How was that? How was that?
I hopped in and out of the sickness, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was more like 2 or 3 years. Let's not downplay this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you drink so many beers and shit, and that kind of probably helped you through the depression.
Canceled it out. Canceled
Oh
it
yeah,
out.
beer. I heard beer helps with being sad. That's what I heard.
Large amounts.
But yeah, so for those that don't know, I believe March is Women's Appreciation Month or Women's Month. And all I want to
Huh.
say is I'm very pro woman. Everyone that knows me knows that. I love my mom, my grandma, and also Kamala Harris. She's my favorite president. She's my president. I love her. I just want to put that out there.
Is it Kamala or
It's
Kamala?
what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. Like Pamela.
It's
Pamela
like
Anderson.
it's like Pam.
Pamela Anderson.
Pan.
Are they related?
Are you saying is there a D? Is there a D
I
in there?
think I can help with this Pan dilemma. Oh,
But yeah, so what's going on with you guys this week, Pete? Anything happened this week or not really? What's going on?
Nothing really going on. I'm not selling the Jeep. So that was a big life decision. So I'm getting it fixed up. Turns out it just needed some shocks and some springs.
So the death wobbles aren't that bad.
I guess not. But then again, I don't know. With my luck, it'll be fucked up anyways, even if I pay $500.
Why don't you let
Um,
everyone know? Because everyone that tunes in every week knows about your money
All right.
situation, your tax situation.
Oh, the taxes. All right. Let me talk about the taxes. So Instacarters, you're a self-employed business, whatever, but they don't take taxes out. So at the end of the year, you just get fucked. It's like 15%. I did my
Yeah.
taxes. And it's like, they're like, oh, you owe like $4,000, something like that. But I put my mileage in, which, is like, it's like my mileage and then what I think it takes me to get back to the store, just a little bit iffy, toss it up, toss some numbers out there. Turns out I'm getting $800 back. I don't know if I did everything correctly. You never know, but until they start chasing after you, you're fine, right?
For sure.
You're kind of like the movie. Have you seen Catch Me If You Can with Leo DiCaprio?
Yeah. I've actually, I think of myself as his reincarnation in this current time, scheming in 9.
I'll tell you
different
this,
things.
Leo DiCaprio, I'd kiss him right in the lips. I just want to put that out there.
All right. That's okay. That's an interesting, doesn't have to do with this.
He's a
yeah,
good
but-
looking kid.
Is that a part of like the women's
cute.
month because women love
Is that
Leo
what you,
too?
I see.
Yeah.
He's tattooed.
I
yeah.
heard this on a different podcast. I believe it was Call Her Daddy. I used to listen to it. I don't anymore because they're very anti-men these days. There's
Yeah.
shirts that say cheat on him. Imagine if we wore sweatshirts that say cheat on her. Like we do it, but we just don't talk about
We
it.
don't brag. Yeah, you don't brag about it. Yeah.
But she was talking about, I guess someone she knew got banged out by Leo DiCaprio. Like he literally he puts on headphones and just listens to music as he's dogging these girls out.
What?
He can't be
Zone.
bothered. He can't be bothered by their weird ass sounds
That's
or that
wild.
slapping of
I
skin.
mean, he could bang anyone in the world.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can't even
100%.
can't even make a comment about the earphones either. You just put up with it at
Yeah.
that point.
He's probably in
lucky.
character. He's probably yeah.
But yeah, so this week I had as people know, I went down and saw Kevin from last week's episode down in Baltimore. Gonna be honest, Baltimore, it's okay. It's not it's like a shitty city, you know.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
I
like
don't-
Binghamton, but a little bit bigger. That's what it
It
is.
really
Yes,
is.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Baltimore is Big Binghamton.
I agree with that. They got I had crab cake down there, and that's you can't get that up here, so that was
Yep.
pretty good.
Yep.
But, pretty fun. Like have you ever tried these lime scooters?
Wait, did you say you got crab cakes or you got crabs?
Well,
Yeah, I heard
so. In
crab
order to
cake.
get crabs, you have to have sex with women, and
Okay, got you.
what happened? Oh, we can get it. We can talk about that then. So I
That's why
thought I
you're
was going to
sick.
be
I see.
engaging in intercourse this weekend. Pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
One of Kevin's friends, I guess, was into me per se,
Mm.
and
That's how it always goes.
some reason I blew it up. I guess I just don't know what I'm doing anymore. I missed. I don't know what I did, to be honest with you. I think she was threatened by my nose, and she knew that I made a good sauce. So,
Sauce is a lot to handle.
that being said, I wanted to try out this new sex position with her, and I'll introduce it to you guys now. And I'm trademarking it. It's called the Rhino Call, and this is where you're banging a girl with your nose while talking on the phone with her stepdad about life insurance.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
What?
It's a new thing.
And it's the
Rhino
Of
Call.
course,
Trademark.
it's insurance.
TDM.
What if she doesn't have a stepdad? Who do you call?
No.
They
Every
always
girl-
have it.
every
They
girl-
always
every-
have
That's not
every
true.
girl
I know
deal with
many
that.
women.
Anybody that
the
gets
women
it
Alec
classy.
targets though.
That's true. Alec is targeting
It's the first
stepdaughters.
question. Daddy issues, yes.
Stepdad.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so have you guys tried these have you guys been to big cities where they have these lime scooters? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Never used one, but I've seen
Oh,
tons
the
of
big
videos
wheels,
of
big
them.
wheels.
never left
No.
Binghamton.
So our Fletch knows what I'm talking about. So basically,
Like the
coolest-
rentables.
coolest thing ever. Basically you have an app on your phone called the Lime app, and these scooters are just all over the city, and you can just unlock them with your phone. Your credit card's connected to it,
Yeah.
and it unlocks it, and then it just it's charged already, and it's a motorized scooter, and you just ride them through the city, and then when you're done, you unlock or you lock it back up with your phone, and then it like charges you or whatever.
Isn't that how Simon Cowell got didn't he get killed on one of those or something? In a coma or something? You ever hear that?
Simon Cowell, he's still alive.
Simon Cowell. You talking about the judge? For
Yeah. I think he was on one of those and he took a hard spill and he was in a coma or something. Not that it
Maybe.
matters, but
might
I
be
just
Oh, he
thinking,
must have been
uh,
hauling
might
ass
be
on that
thinking-
lime scooter.
You're probably thinking, who's the guy on the jet ski? He used
DJ
to sing-
Khaled.
DJ Khaled. He used to sing Sean Kingston. Sean Kingston. That's
Oh,
probably
what happened?
Oh.
What happened?
Probably-
Did he do
Yeah, I
something?
heard something about him getting
you're
messed
probably
up.
mixing up Simon Cowell and
Recent?
Sean Kingston. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
The
What
beautiful
happened to him?
girls.
Yeah, what
guy.
happened to him?
I think he was on a jet ski, went off a jump, hit a bridge, something like that.
Nice.
He did a
Beautiful
gainer.
girls.
Did a gainer off of it. It was sick.
Oh,
So what was your
shit.
experience with the scooters?
No, nothing. I just wanted to bring it up in the sense that they should be all over the country. They're the most fun things ever. When you're drunk, so instead of calling an Uber to pick you up, if you're
Yeah.
15 minutes from a place, you just hop on these scooters
Drunk as
and with your
shit.
boys drunk, just fucking rocking them
yeah.
through the city.
They go fast.
They go fat, they're fun. They're like you
Dude.
could kill yourself
Yeah.
easily on these things.
They
Simon
piss
Cowell.
people. They piss people off. Did you see that video on it's probably Barstool? The lady kicking over the fucking electric scooters.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Oh, those are probably the
They're
scooters.
probably
Yeah,
just
it's
a run
those.
of- yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Interesting.
You always get those types.
Another new thing I've been doing this week, I've been drinking tea. And
Mm,
that's
tea
because I'm gay,
rose.
Women's Appreciation Month. And the brand's Red Rose. Shout out Red Rose. And shout out my little red hose in my pants.
Yo, this
Oh my God.
this rhiming game,
He's got some
kinda like-
skills with him.
kind of like the Dr. Seuss rhyming,
Oh,
Oh,
the old
nice
DS.
little
Ties
tie
it
in
in.
there.
The old
Ties it in.
doctor.
So
Ryan.
He's a
Oh wait,
hot
all right,
topic.
sorry, Pete. Or Pete,
Rip.
yeah, you talk about what do you want to talk about with it?
yeah, the Dr. Seuss. If we're gonna bring this up,
Rip
Yes.
Dr. Seuss.
Our Fletch had some notes on it. He wanted to talk about
all
it.
right, toss them in. Let's see what.
Nah, I was just so the whole Dr. Seuss thing. I don't know. Just like growing up, I was always like a common phrase was "sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me."
Yeah.
And it just seems like a lot lately, at least, words are fucking up a lot of people. And
100%.
I mean, there has to be a place to like draw a line on that type of thing. I think I kind of looked into it and I saw it wasn't as much the words as some of the pictures, which I could kind of understand. But then I like looked into it a little more, and it turns out Dr. Seuss at the time was actually also writing, has multiple books like out against racism. So it's like, how are you gonna tell that this man this man's a racist and try to cancel him
No, I'm
now
with you.
Yeah.
over?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Only he knew what was in his head when he was writing those books.
Man
you know?
can't even defend himself.
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
going back on a dead man and they're saying, oh,
Yeah.
he had these intentions in mind. He might not have, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like first off, I want to know, like, did a kid complain about this? Or you know what it was? It was
No,
probably like an
shit.
overly bearing parent that saw this
That's-
and the kid was like, mommy, why is this picture in here or something like that? And then she gets on Facebook. I don't even,
You bring up a good point though. How does something like this come to fruition? Like how do all of a sudden Dr. Seuss, even when Obama was president, was admired, right? And all of a sudden now, fast forward 10 years or whatever it's been, and he is now not being admired as much, and
Yeah.
I'm definitely a little confused by it. I feel like it's just dangerous anytime you start not publishing books anymore. You get rid of words, you're getting rid of books. Like history's warned us that it's never a good thing. I mean, if you want to take these books out, these specific books that had these racist things in them out of like
the
schools and stuff,
yeah.
maybe, but don't just stop publishing them in general. I feel like it's a good way to always learn, okay, don't be racist. Like, it's good to see these things to know not what to do.
Yeah. And it's kind of like well, first off, two things. One, it's not like this is gonna hurt the whole Dr. Seuss. Like, they've sold 700 million copies, and most of these books, like, they don't need to make new books. There's Dr. Seuss books everywhere, so nobody's gonna go searching for these things. But then again, didn't this happen before with some type of book? Like, there was some type of book they took
Catcher in
out
the
of.
Rye,
Yeah,
Bible?
Catcher
Something
in the Rye,
Yeah.
something like that.
The
Something like
Bible?
that.
The Bible, yeah, maybe
That was
like in the
canceled.
1600s or something. I wasn't live for that one though.
That'll be the new job. You know how they got the COVID chasers or the COVID, the people that follow you, the tracers. Now it's gonna be like the people hunting down the Dr. Seuss books. That's gonna be the next.
What's funny is anytime someone or something gets canceled, the numbers on that person go up. So his books, ever since he got canceled or whatever, these books got canceled, Amazon 50 or sorry, I have the stat here. Maybe I don't. It was like 42 of the top 50 books on Amazon are Dr. Seuss books.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So they're such a high selling company, it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? But I would have thought that maybe we would hype something up over like a movie that just came out or an adult book, like I don't think the kids are really looking that deep into these books, but there's always going to be something, right?
Now we can continue talking about cancelizations and stuff like that. How about our governor, Andy Cuomo?
Yeah.
I'm not saying rip.
What do we think's going on here?
We got to start it off with have you guys ever seen that picture of him with the nipple piercings
rings.
popping out?
No
Yeah.
shot. I
Shit's-
never heard
it's
this, but that's
fire.
outrageous.
You're telling me he has nipple rings.
They're both pierced,
It's like
my guy.
confirmed.
No.
Yeah, he's a freaking animal.
How does he get to?
Yeah, what was going on that day?
What's the decision? Who's calling the cards here? I want to know. Like,
I mean, nothing against him,
Kind
but
of hot.
I think it says something about you as a person. You know what I mean? If I see another dude with nipple rings, I'm like, that guy's an animal. Like,
Yeah.
Somebody's got to ask.
maybe he's an alcoholic.
That's
That'd probably
freaky.
be my first one.
He kind of looks like a sketchball too. Like I actually had never seen him before all these things started popping up. He looks like a sketchball,
Definitely a big greasy.
His brother's yoked. Absolutely yoked. That
Doesn't he do
family
like
bonds.
175s at his desk, one arm or something? Doesn't he have like 100?
Yo,
he has
did
like
you see
100
that
pound
video?
It's like
dumbbells, yeah.
Anchorman. It's like Anchorman.
That's
he's
real.
Just
Yeah.
going
it's not
down.
real.
Well,
Those
it's
aren't
fake,
real.
but it was.
It's real fake. What are you talking about? Anyway,
Yeah. So I don't know. He's got a lot of shit going. In honor of Women's Month, we stand with the women that are going against him.
Yeah.
Obviously.
There was this there was
believe all women unless it's or accused at a Democratic candidate.
Like,
some kind of
can't say
some
this.
kind of
Um,
convention. But the headline said embarrassed Cuomo apologizes, but won't resign over sexual harassment allegations. That's like, listen, I'm sorry, I fucked up, but I ain't going anywhere. You know what I mean? That's kind of just like the balls you have to have on you to just say, fuck it. I mean, I don't know. I think this is just gonna
How
down
about the
spiral.
picture of him grabbing the girl's face and her face is so like,
Oh yeah, she's like, no, thank you.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was wild.
just interesting.
But so I don't know. You think he's gonna like? Do you think I hear a lot of both parties are trying to get him out of office right now?
He's he doesn't want to leave, I'm pretty sure. He's saying he wants to stay. He's got some pretty big allegations against him too.
How does that? Is that like a coup of no, not a coup, but what impeachment? Is that you impeach your governor? Is that a thing?
I think it's a thing. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
It's got to be something.
But
we could just have Schwarzenegger come over and run.
I'd be down with that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cute kid. Definitely a cute kid.
Talking about governors and states and shit. You guys hear about the Texas governor trying to take down the masks 100%?
It is. Yeah, it's official.
It's pretty ballsy.
I'm totally in favor of that. I've had about as much as I could take of this.
Yeah, I think it's funny. People are like freaking out about it. It's like, listen, man, you can still wear a mask. Like no one's saying you can't wear a mask.
Yeah.
Like just wear a mask. I mean,
Totally up to you.
Yeah, but then again, nobody in Texas is like Texas is just crazy. Texas is basically its own state.
I've never been. Have you been, Pete, to visit any girlfriends?
I haven't. No, I haven't been. Even though I travel a lot around for them,
No baddies down in Texas.
Changed my life. Nah, they're not interested in me. I don't think they're my type, really. But
you would fit. You're a big guy, as we talk about a lot in the
size.
Yeah, but you would fit in there, I think.
Acid reflux. I think a lot of Texans have that.
I think Jeeps are in down there too.
What did you eat that you have this much acid reflux?
So here's the thing. I've been on Prilosec for a while. So let me just tell my medical history to the audience here. But so Prilosec, 80-year-olds are on it. That kind of shit. I don't know why. But I had a cheeseburger pizza from SV Nurchies.
Oh hell yeah, good game.
I was like, you gotta get the cheeseburger. I haven't had it in like a year. I was like, one day, let me just get the cheeseburger pizza. And then I'm out there eating Tums like they're fucking candy, So I'm dealing with that. But I wanted to bring up. You guys always hear about those crazy laws and shit. I looked up one or two from Texas. Get this. So how you gotta go to like court or whatever to get a wedding or like to be married to someone. Forget the wedding. In Texas, you can be considered legally married by publicly announcing a person as your wife. Or husband or wife by saying their name 3 times out loud.
No way.
It's like you being hot next to some hot ass chick, and you're just like, "Hey, you want to see something?" Just start yelling it out loud. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Wasn't that like a thing you used to go in the bathroom and say like Bloody Mary 2 times?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that one.
She'll marry you.
They're both just as scary. Marriage and Bloody Mary, two very scary.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right off the same alley.
Terrifying.
And then there's you can't dust buildings. Like you can't take a little feather duster. You're gonna go.
Where are you getting these facts from?
I got them online. But then
don't read everything.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. The dusting one really does. I mean, the first one doesn't make sense. The dusting one really doesn't make sense.
I mean,
I've heard a couple insane laws like that of a couple states, and they make absolutely no sense. And I thought the same thing, but like they were written way back in the day, and they just like never got switched.
There's an insane law in New York. You can you have to walk around at the restaurant with your mask on, but when you sit down, you have to take it off. So that's another another crazy.
But think about this. Think about this. All these crazy ass laws. There was a time when somebody had to go to court for whatever the fuck they did and try to argue it. That's how the laws are made against it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, but interesting with these states and what they're doing here.
Mm-hmm. Well, that brings us to our big topic of the day. And in honor of Women's Appreciation Month, we're going to talk about a man that really appreciated women, and that is Hugh Hefner.
Good old Hef.
Some people like him, some people don't. I mean, most men probably appreciate what he did. I don't know. But I like to call him Gooey. That was his nickname in high school, I think. And goo is a term for semen, for those that don't know. And
Gooey.
Gooey.
You've been thinking about that name all day, haven't you?
I wrote that down earlier this week. I thought it was great. But
middle of the night.
Born in 1926. So I didn't realize how old he was. I guess it makes sense. And the first issue of Playboy was in 1953, featuring the famous Marilyn Monroe.
Damn.
Shout out Joe DiMaggio, because he was married to Marilyn Monroe. So those that don't know.
No
Oh,
way.
Yeah.
Respect to that.
And one interesting thing about Hugh Hefner, he
Oh,
was
the old Iron Horse.
So Hugh Hefner was a Democrat, which makes sense because him and Biden look very similar and they function about the same way. And Hugh Hefner's been dead for 3 years. So, but
Oh
Not too far off.
yeah, Matt, you had some stuff about Hugh, right?
Yeah, I did. So in honor of Women's Month and stuff. So Hugh actually being a big lover of women, he wanted to save himself for his first wife, and so that's what he did. He stayed faithful to himself and to I don't think it was to God, I think it was just to women, and to really plowing on that first wedding night. And so he saved himself for 22 years. And then he was plowing that night, and she was saying how she got with someone while he was in the army. Get that? What do you think of that?
That's fucked
How about
up.
this? Women's Appreciation Month. Shout out Mildred. That's her name. Mildred. And you know what? I give her
Sounds like a
balls,
cheater.
man.
Cheating
She's like,
slut.
you know what? No one's owning this. I can do what I want. That being said, after she does this, she felt very bad about it. He comes home. She then let him sleep with other women in response to what she did. And that being said, they divorced soon after that.
Huh.
So
I feel like that's
So
how
she
cheating
kind of
goes.
like started up the whole Playboy thing for him.
So here's what I'm gonna say is women are always like, who hurt you? Like, why do you act the way you do? Well,
Mildred.
guess what?
It was Mildred.
Mildred really fucked him up, and he
Do
had
you
to start a
think-
whole mansion of.
Yeah.
What
Do
a-
you
what
think
a
that's where it came from?
Mildred broke his heart.
Mildred. It was Mildred.
It's Mildred.
It just shows you that women, they ruin you, and then they wonder why you bang a bunch of broads in college. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. Like, it's just,
Who
shout
ruined
out my
you?
ex-girlfriend from high school. But yeah, I guess he was reported to banging as many as 11 of the 12 Playboy mates of the month in a year. Like, he would bang at least sometimes 11 of the 12 of those women.
Yeah. Who do you think's the modern day? Like, you think that like Dan Bilzerian just that kind of
He's a
vibe?
fraud.
Fraud,
He
big
got
time
called
fake.
out.
No
Yeah.
way.
Wait,
big
what's-
time. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
way.
you could look some stuff up.
Wait,
on
let's
that.
talk about this.
bastard.
Let's talk what's going on with
Yeah, I
Dan
got
Was
no
it? I
Bilzerian.
think
idea.
his dad.
It's been a while.
What was it? Yeah,
It's been a
ago.
while. I don't know.
I think
He
his
just
dad was a scam artist, and then it was also one.
Yeah,
a
he
lot
would
of his
just-
money and riches were fake type deal.
Yeah, he would just get
Yeah.
there were people who would sponsor just like the amazing Instagram posts. So they would just pay like a bunch of women and they would get a huge boat and they would do crazy things for a post. And then he would like go back and he wouldn't have the life.
Really?
Yeah, he's a scammer.
So he's living out of a trailer. Just
No, I think he
He
had,
had
I think he was
it, like,
set
he
up in a
lived the
spot
life,
for
but he was
sure. But
lying.
yeah, like the women were all paid to be there at all
But
times.
in the end of it, he still got all he lived the life for a couple years there.
I mean, yeah.
So what's
Not
he
for
up to
sure.
now?
I thought he
What do you mean
still
up to
doing
what?
shit.
Like,
He's
what's,
still-
is
yeah.
he still like relevant? Like, what?
I think he's still probably trying to scheme. I think a lot of people know what happened, but I think schemers gonna scheme. He's out there
He's a
trying
good
to.
one.
Yeah, he's hitting
He's
the
got a nice
streets.
fucking beard.
He's got a nice body on that guy. I tell
Yeah.
you what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see some nipple piercings on him. Maybe you should talk to Cuomo about that.
They're probably
Yeah,
buddies.
piercing
They're
wings.
probably.
They're both scam artists, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
But-
Interesting.
There's
heard-
another.
I heard that Hugh Hefner works for a children's magazine before. I'm
Makes
being
sense.
straight
That
up.
makes sense.
I'm being straight up
That
with you.
proves that him and Biden are very similar. Biden loves children and sniffing them. So I
I think
He's a
that's a fact,
sniffer.
though. It's a definite fact, though. What were you gonna throw in?
There's a one I read and it said that almost. So when he was like coming up for names for the magazine and everything, what the original name he wanted was Stag Party. And when I heard that, that's a pretty good magazine name.
Stag party.
Yeah.
Sounds like a sausage fest.
And then someone
Stag-
said that
it's
was
a-
trash, and they
yeah.
went with Playboy. I like Stag. Stag's a funny
Yeah,
word.
but like stag party, a bunch of stags at a
Yeah.
party. That's a sausage fest. I'm out.
Yeah.
Playboy. I mean, Playboy. I mean, that's
Yeah,
sounds
it's pretty baller.
pretty
Did you guys-
sausage festy.
Did you guys see? Wasn't there a thing on Netflix, like a documentary? I'm pretty sure, right?
Oh,
On
About-
Heffy.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Mm.
fucking know.
Did you
I don't
watch
know.
it?
You could literally say any name, and I'm just like, yeah. But I watched it a while back, and yeah, it was pretty sick. I think so I was telling you this, Grassy, earlier. My great aunt, I think, went to one of his parties at the house when he was still alive.
That's wild.
How's she doing? Is she
She's
she a
like
looker?
she's like 70 or
piece?
80. Bro, she's like 70 or 80, I'm
Damn.
pretty sure.
I'd hit.
But she still had a so I'm like in her basement and I see this mug and I'm like, this is pretty cool fucking mug, and it had the bunny on it. And so I go up, I'm like, can I have this? And she's like, yeah. A friend
She's
and I
like,
went.
she's like, don't drink out of that
Like
mug.
she's like a friend and I. A friend. This is like
Hasn't been
this
washed.
is like my 80-year-old great aunt, and she's like a friend and I used to, we went there one time. I was like, I didn't even want to picture what happened. I don't know any
Dude,
details.
we
I
all
don't
know what happened there.
Oh Lord.
That's wild.
But yeah.
Another crazy one I thought of is like where Playboy, I feel like it can't even exist in today. You know what I mean?
Does it? I
Like,
mean, does it
that would be
still go
cancel
on?
culture. That would be.
I think
cancel
it's
culture.
still there, but like,
Like no one buys. Like here's the thing: is like no
especially
one
with, yeah,
watches. Like no one buys porn mags when you can go on the internet and get unlimited.
internet destroyed them.
You know,
Yeah.
like the only I remember having porn. Like my grandpa had like 3 Playboy magazines in his in our like bathroom downstairs in the basement, and like they were definitely cool, like very interesting, but it was like we didn't need them. We just would look at them, not even out of like
You're crinkling
get
the
tur-
edges.
to get turned on from, but you just look at it just to like kind of like you're looking at the newspaper, you know?
You're at all the family events. They're like, "Where's Alec? Oh, he's in the basement studying."
I remember back in the day, me and a couple of the neighborhood kids, we used to like ride around on our bikes in the summer. And then a popular thing we used to do is we would ride up to the gas station up the road. So we'd all get together, go up there. And there's a couple of times where we'd set out like on a mission. The mission was to snag a couple of the Playboys off the shelf and kind of sneak them out of the store. And we would ride them all the way back. And then we'd had a spot in the woods and we just had a little porno stash out of the
What
woods,
is
man.
this?
Yeah. It was just
That's some shit.
Wait,
you
you're
see in, like, a
leaving
Netflix
out some stuff
series.
that you also did with those mags, though.
some nice.
Was there a group?
The
jerk
mailbox.
fest?
Come on.
All right. I wasn't sure how friendly I had to be. So we just left, right? We just got a couple fresh stacks of them. And my buddy's flipping through and he gets the last page and all he sees is like a chick with a dick. And we're like 11, never seen that before, didn't know what the hell was going on. So we like freak out a little bit, laugh. And then he has the idea as we're going by, we're just riding by. He just opens up a random person's mailbox and tosses it in, shuts it. But then the whole ride home, I was laughing so hard I could barely even ride. I was just imagining what that person did when they opened the mailbox and just saw that.
Oh, damn. That Grassy, that's your favorite, right? You were mentioning.
Well, yeah, it's one thing is that me and
That rhymes,
Hefner, and it goes along with
Fine.
kind of the bisexual. Like Hugh Hefner was bisexual, and it's confirmed. And
No way. No way.
I don't blame him, like because we all know I swing both
Probably got
ways,
bored.
and it's what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. That story is pretty ridiculous. I mean, I remember one time, same group of guys, me, Ryan, and some other guys. We went down to that same gas station, and we one kid we knew was working there, but he was like older than us, a little weird like accent, and Ryan went up and bought, and at the time, like when you're when you're a young kid, buying condoms is like wicked funny for whatever reason.
Good.
So
Yeah.
Ryan goes up and gets Magnum condoms and buys them, and the
Doesn't waste money.
guy's like,
Yeah, wait,
the guy's like, are you sure you want these? And Ryan's like, yeah, I want them. And Ryan's like dying laughing up there. And the guy goes, it's your money. It's like stupid.
it was
Wait, how do we know that he's bisexual? I'm bringing it back here. How
Who?
is this? Yeah.
You,
Or
I mean,
Alec.
I looked it up on Wikipedia, and so
Wikipedia.
like obviously it's true. And yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, I feel like any guy that does a ton of sexual stuff, they're always bisexual.
they always just go the other way.
Yeah, like the Tiger King was like gay and bisexual.
Yeah, the Tiger
that's
King
a
is
comparison.
a whole
Segment.
different.
Well,
animal
it's just
right
like
there.
I feel like
Person
they're all
Tiger
like
Woods.
weird sex people. And
Yeah.
they're all always like bisexual.
Dude, I kind of wanted to bring up. I was watching this. Those car shows where they deck out these cars and all that shit. Turns out, porn stars, random, make tons of money, like stupid money, I was watching like a thing, and this lady kept buying like $60,000 cars in cash, and apparently she was just a fucking porn star that would travel around. Is this like? Have you guys heard about this? Like the amount of money that they make?
I always thought they didn't make that much, to be
I
honest.
think
Yeah, but they do dirty deeds.
I feel like half their shit is like pirated. You know what I mean? Like it's just free.
I don't.
Yeah,
know
but
how
there are
that-
some kinky bastards. You know, like
They definitely get paid more than dudes, though. I would imagine.
you ever see Trailer Park Boys in Russia and the US has like that porn exchange. So people from Russia like US porn. So I'm guessing some porn stars get rich from Russian money.
Yeah.
the dirty money.
Yeah.
Or you got these millionaires that just
Yeah,
just
weird people.
disgusting, and they're like, "Hey, come over to my house."
Something along those lines.
Let's
Weird
fuck it.
stuff.
Yeah. Jeez, I wonder if they have to pay taxes on that. Those
No,
dudes.
0% chance.
Probably under they're self-employed. So
Yeah, they probably they'll claim like 50K.
they set up an LLC and just
Yeah.
okay.
I
yeah.
think these days they're getting rich more than they were maybe 10 years ago because of like OnlyFans and
Yeah.
like who are the losers?
So if you have an OnlyFans, are you technically a porn star?
No.
No. Or are you?
No.
No.
You have to be doing porny things.
Well, I mean, isn't that what it is?
No, it's whatever you want and whatever your fans are gonna pay for. You have the time, it's sex.
Let me give you this. I don't even know. The balance this out. Would you let your girlfriend do OnlyFans if you would like she could make 100K?
Yes.
No.
And I say
she
that
wanted
honestly.
to no longer be my girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take. Did you just say yes?
Dude,
I so excited.
If she was making $100,000 a year, that's ridiculous.
You're trying to have your girl get freaking like eye banged by freaking touchers by freaking Cuomo just for 100
Cuomo's
G's.
It
close.
wouldn't
How
be a
about you
healthy.
work
He's
relationship.
in his
I'm not gonna lie,
office.
It wouldn't be healthy, but I would definitely be making her buy me dinner.
Okay, dinner
I mean,
and then
it's my
Cuomo
turn.
is typing.
No, you could work Instacart and buy dinner, and then you're like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
Pete,
Yeah,
you
steal
you're-
someone's
You're
dinner.
good at Instacarting and like making money, so yeah, you don't need your
I
girlfriend.
tried that OnlyFans myself. I actually had to pay the monthly. I lost money. It was a $40 monthly fee. I lost money.
You ever see that one? It's like a meme on social media or whatever. There's a post and it goes, "How about a reverse OnlyFans where you pay me $15 a month not to send you a picture of my balls or something like that?" Dude, I saw that. I laughed so hard.
Yo, holy shit, that's pretty smart. That's smart marketing.
Yeah,
right
just
there.
like-
just everybody on your call list right there. Just send them a pic. Hey, listen,
You
Venmo
wanted
me
to
10.
stop
And
15 a
you-
month.
Pete, can I do that with you? I want you to stop calling me like altogether. I get all these calls all day, like, "Hey man, I'm gonna try to sell these things. I might make money off it, so I could pay my credit card bill, but probably not."
Bro, every time I call you, I'm like, "What you up to?" You're like, "In my basement." Every time, every time. Like, bro, do you get food delivered there? You know what you're like? It's like you've seen The Hangover? You know, like 2 and 3, where you see it's Alan's room, and he's just got like a message button. It's like, "Mom, brownies" or something.
Shout
But,
out Zach Galifianakis, by the way.
yeah,
He's
I
a
think
big,
legend.
big fan of the show.
yeah, I think he's messaged us a couple times. His people sent us.
He wants to get on, but
an email.
we
Yeah,
don't
we
need
don't know
him.
if we could swing that.
You can get on
financially.
me if you know what I mean.
Oh shit.
you, Pete, what you and Matt remind me of each other a lot because you both don't eat very healthy, and in turn,
It's not even funny, Alec.
Health
I'm not even
issues.
laughing. Who here is laughing?
I think Ryan's laughing. Probably people. I mean,
Actually, I'm sorry we don't have a personal chef at the house 24/7. Okay.
listen, Matt, it acts like he's this big dude and shit. He
I mean, look-
literally benched like 10 pounds more than me the other day, and he should hang himself because of
There
it.
were circumstances out of the
Yeah,
control.
more like circumcisions.
Yeah, if you get one, you lift less. So
I got one.
Like a year ago.
A year ago, it's at like the age of 18. It's an Italian tradition.
Yeah.
And they have
Yeah,
gnocchi.
it's where
or
my
Some
dad
something.
weird
did it.
ritual they do.
He, like,
Oh my
Like rub
god.
sauce on it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know, Ryan, Matt, what do you guys think of everything? Like,
I
you
don't
guys
even
have
know what that means.
well, I thought you guys came in with some Hugh Hefner stuff. Like, Matt, you're like,
Did I said how he got cheated on, and then you didn't elaborate.
listen,
have you
I elaborate.
cheated?
I literally said how, him getting cheated on for, changed his whole life, and that does it to all of
Yeah,
us.
but do you have any cheating stories of your own, Alec?
I
Yeah,
can't-
You want to give us a little, or you don't want that public knowledge right there?
Listen,
No
everyone,
names.
everyone
No
who
names.
cheats or doesn't cheat. It's not really important. Matt, what about you? I feel like you have some. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Look at
Listen, we
every-
all listen.
everybody's
You guys are
everybody's silent.
disgusting.
We all. There have been times where I've thought about what would Alec do, and then it led me astray. Let's put it that way.
We should
I
do.
feel
we
like
should
it's
do,
just in
we
Alec's
should,
blood.
we should do a what would Alec do? What would Peter do? Bit. I
Oh,
think.
Yeah,
geez.
well, you would eat saturated fat, and I would go to the gym. That's probably what would
Oh,
happen.
it's hilarious. Oh, I started going to Planet Fitness. We can talk about that. That's a new thing.
Oh, that's right.
That's probably why I got the ass reflux. I'll probably stay away from the gym now.
Dude,
But
Ew.
yeah.
Us three, we've all been going to P Fit. Ryan and Matt. and
I just started up the other
well,
day.
you
Alec
started, but
started criticizing me a bit, and I decided to step it up. But I kind of liked it. That's what I needed.
what I like about P Fit is the motivation you get from the girls that wear like things that I can't believe they go to the gym in. It's pretty wild.
There's
It's wild.
like
And you can't say it's not intentional either.
you can't even make a comment because then they put that alarm on. You know, the
Yeah.
Dude, that
Some guy-
thing buzzes off all the time at me because.
some guy pops out of nowhere.
Well, I guess you're not allowed to bring your binoculars to the gym anymore.
Could you imagine doing that?
Oh,
There's
but that I don't know. Wait, so is the alarm a sound thing or is that you? Is there some other?
It's a silent alarm. What?
His whole job is to just click the. If you drop the weights, you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
scream or something
Yeah.
like that.
It's fake.
Yeah, that job is probably a lot easier than Matt's job. Matt does a lot of he does a lot of car mechanic work. He takes what I
What's
like
the
about-
name
I
of
wanna-
his shop again?
Yeah, what is it? Want to plug it in for the audience?
Wait a minute, aren't you doing the stuff with the old cars like the? Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Here we go.
It's
custom manuals.
AutoZone.
Or no, worldwide manuals.
Worldwide manuals.
Yeah,
that
so
sell
Matt,
online.
tell them about your work week. It's like what, 4 days off, 3 days you do a little bit of work. What? How does that work again?
So what I do is, I show up at my own shop. I got my own shop.
Mm.
I got my own shop,
It's
and
nice.
yeah, it's not a bad spot. And some days I work, some days less work. Let's put it that way.
Wait, so what kind of work? So all the problems I've had with cars, you got the Connect, and you just haven't mentioned it.
Yeah. Nah. I do like restorations.
Pete,
car
if I hated
restorations.
you, I would send you to his shop. and
I would tell you to go
car.
elsewhere. Let's put it that way.
I usually go for the cars that are like
He
20,
did-
30 years old, though. You know.
Yeah, Matt doesn't. You don't do much on the like fixing up. Cars.
No,
you
it's
just restore them, like you said.
Restorations. Yeah.
Yeah.
The correct
Oh.
resto mods to be
Yeah.
specific.
Restorations.
Yeah.
And
We have yet to see an
modifications.
actual finished product, but I'm sure one day it'll
That
happen.
is true. That is true. I've
People
only
keep
been at
coming
it for
back. Is my car done? Is my car done? Yeah, 1 week, 1 week, 2
Oh
weeks.
no, months. Months.
Jeez, what's the return on this shit? Like, are you making?
Many dollars.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's hard to
negative,
justify now.
but many
It's-
dollars.
it's- yes. It could go honestly big positive or big negative. We will see.
That's
got-
where you and Pete are similar. Pete's always, he's going for the high risk, high reward.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's how you gotta do it. Live on the
Yeah,
edge.
And then there's people that live in their basement, and
Yeah.
they're just
Me and Ryan are more of the low risk, low,
It's
and
the
I'm fine
stability.
with it.
the
Yeah.
stability.
My mom still makes a sauce. I don't know. Like,
You
but,
made some good chicken parm the other day, though.
yeah, I make really
Man knows
good
how to make a chicken parm.
Cutlets.
chicken cutlets, but yeah, same idea.
Okay, no parm.
That was my
That's it.
nickname. My nickname in high school was chicken cutlet.
You
My
had a lot
legs.
of nicknames in high school.
I did have a lot. Of
According to
nicknames. I
this
was really
podcast.
popular. Some people say I had a lot of nicknames because no one knew my name, so they just like kept calling me different things. So
Do you know what? Do you know what? I watched this video recently. I mean, this comedian Sebastian Maniscalco. You
Yeah, I've
remind
heard of
me
him.
of he in high school worked the microwave, 6th through 9th grade or something, and I could see you being that kid.
he worked the microwave.
He would sit by the microwave, and I guess back then you had to put like 5 or 10 cents to use the microwave to warm up your food. And
Interesting.
he goes, I didn't have any friends, so I would just go sit by the microwave. And now he's got like a droopy eye or something on one side of his face.
Is
So-
that true?
Dude, it's an actual. He put up a YouTube video about it or something. I could see you being the kid working the microwave. You know what I mean? He definitely up there and try to talk to the girls. Hey, listen, I'll knock 5 cents off if you,
Yeah, that
Something
was
like
definitely
that.
me trying to bribe women for sure. That sounds.
Alec was more of like the basketball manager.
like...
Just never played.
Oh
These-
God.
Coach, why am I sitting the bench again? No, you're managing the bench. You're managing the bench.
Well, Matt, at least some
Oh.
of us played sports. You were on the baseball team and used to hit people all the time because you fucking had no control of your fastball.
I knew this would happen if I came on again.
What? What? Go on.
I love you, Alec.
What?
I love
you
you,
were,
Alec.
You were a good baseball player.
I
The
love
kid
you,
had
Alec.
through some heat.
I
Wait,
did.
what happened
Teach
here?
me.
Yeah,
Tell
Heach me. Actually, shout
Right
out
at their
Jamie.
beam.
Shout out to Jamie.
That was another
yeah, Matt,
baseball
talk about your
legend.
baseball career. You went. Didn't you go to Oswego to play baseball? And you got
That is actually fake news.
you got cut. Then
No,
fine.
that is fake news.
Then
I got recruited as a pitcher, and then I relinquished my pitching career at the end of high school, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And so I tried out as a outfielder and did not get accepted. Correct.
wow. You know who was a better outfielder than you?
Who?
Code Red.
Ah, damn.
Who's this Code Red?
He's a friend of ours. He dropped. How many balls did he drop in the outfield? Like your senior year or whatever.
More than he dropped in his pants.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. Pete, Pete and I always talk about our athletic careers. They, we had high aspirations.
Yeah.
It just
Couple college wanted me to play lacrosse after SUNY Broome, Hudson Valley Community College, a lot of community colleges. Apparently they say that's the best step. A lot of people think you got to go D1 to get to the, NBA, NFL, whatever the lacrosse one is. No, you got to go community college
Hell yeah.
because you get a good education in there.
Albert
too.
Pujols did that, I heard.
but yeah, I mean, Ryan, you were an athlete.
Yeah, I just got kicked off a lot.
Yeah, all right. Oh, this is a good story actually. So me and Ryan were on the same JV football team, and Ryan was on. I was corner. Ryan was my defensive end, outside linebacker. We were on the same side, and so I needed him on the. I needed him. He was good. And what happened was Ryan always liked doing shit you shouldn't be doing. And
Delinquent.
I don't
was a
think
street
I
delinquent.
might have told this story before, but whatever. I can tell it again. And we get to this one school and we're all just joking around, whatever. Ryan's like, "Hey guys, watch this." And just without even like asking if this is a good idea, he puts a shot put in the toilet and the toilet breaks. And no one was going to say anything. Like, it was just like our like friends. And then
Stupidest thing
one
ever.
kid that wasn't our friend saw it and he sucked at football bad. And he just was so jealous of not playing, even though he I don't know.
Was this Big Ugly Thumb?
No, it was D Rich's brother.
And
so
shit, I remember that.
So he ends up telling the coach, and Ryan gets kicked off the team and the whole nine. But
Poured one out for him.
My
Yeah,
dad took me off the team once.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of disappointing my parents, unfortunately.
Ryan's dad kicked me and Ryan out of practice one time when we were in 5th grade because we were farting really bad in practice, and it was
No joke, that's what it was for. And he just was like begging us to stop. But nope, we couldn't for some reason.
can't
Just
stop.
had
Won't
a-
stop. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's wild stuff. But Pete, you
You
ever
used to be on my team too.
so this was like
For
5th
what?
grade. You ever have like instances then where you were just doing fuck shit like during sports and shit, or not?
No,
really?
I mean, well, I would always just I just knew I was bad, so I was always just fuck around. Matt, I think I played you in soccer.
I never played soccer. Never,
Sure, are you
ever.
He just
sure
looks
about
like a
that?
fit.
Definitely.
No, actually, no.
Never.
soccer's
I've
a lot of
never.
sport.
No, I've never.
That was
played
another
soccer.
big idiot that didn't know how to talk.
Yeah.
I'm like 99% sure, but
No,
All right,
definitely
wait,
wasn't.
Pete.
I've never played soccer.
You'll be able to know. Did you see like parents, one with a lot of ear hair and
Oh my god.
really old looking?
no, is that the sign right there?
Well, that's his dad.
If you were to call to him, he wouldn't hear anything. Obviously, it's like earmuffs,
Yeah.
built in.
Well,
Of
that's
course.
that's evolution right there.
But his mom is a piece. Matt's mom is a
Advantageous.
piece.
That's
Absolutely.
it's a compliment.
That's how I came to be. So
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, but you didn't even
guys-
utilize it. So
Oh
Whatever.
shit. Yeah, no, I just I was the best player on the team at all times in my mind. Sometimes
That's the way to be.
Sometimes the coach didn't agree, but
Alec did the same thing.
yeah.
the difference was I was the best. So coach, still didn't play that much, but I was good. Yeah, but I think that's it for today. Thanks guys for coming on.
Anytime.
And yeah, it's another episode of Bringing the Heat with Alec and Pete. Have a good weekend.
I'm your
Good one,
host,
guys.
Alec. Oh.